And welcome to the Hiredgun Podcast with your host, the Hiredgun. First, like, subscribe, share. How you doing, y'all? This is episode 112 of the Hiredgun Podcast. Let's talk about it, y'all. So, how we doing today? So, AEW came on Wednesday and came on Thursday. Yeah, it did. It did. I watched AEW Wednesday. It was okay show. I mean, it was a good show. No. Let me not downplay AEW. AEW was a good show. TNA was a good show too yesterday. And from what I see from Collision for AEW, that was okay. That was okay. Because that show is just a like a main event show. Or sometimes you don't get the people from that show to be on Mondays. Which, some would say they should have a second brand. They should. Because you can't put everybody that on AEW's roster on one show. You know. And I wish people would stop saying. I mean, stop saying, "Oh, but it doesn't mean they copying WWE." So what? So what? Like, it doesn't have to be a popularity contest, or just because one company copies the other company doesn't mean shit. As long as both companies are going good and thriving, it shouldn't matter. And then it would make more sense for AEW had two shows because they got all these goddamn titles. Now, speaking of AEW, to go back to this topic that happened the other day with Will Ospreay, you know, I wish people stop. I would say, I'm gonna say how I want to say it. I wish niggas stop thinking I'll put words in their mouth sometimes when I'm not. I don't think I said. I'm pretty sure I didn't say that City didn't like Will Ospreay. You know, so he does. He likes Will Ospreay and there's no shade. That's what he said. So let me clarify that right now. Now he also said, why can't Will Ospreay? Um, why can't Ospreay use a submission hold in the match? And I know for a fact because I'm a Will Ospreay fan and I'm an Abe Austin fan too, right? I know for a fact Will Ospreay uses the finishing move to finish Austin Aries. I mean Austin Aries. Kudos Austin Aries for winning the belt in another company. Good for him. I used to be an Austin Aries fan. Um, Ace Austin. I'm an Ace Austin fan. All right, and they had a match on on TNT, like last month, and then Will Ospreay submitted him in an armbar. You know, so he can finish with a submission hold. Does he do it all the time? No. Does he do it half the time? No. Doesn't have to. His moveset arsenal is flawless by itself. You know, Swerve doesn't. And I have to compare Swerve to him because of Will Ospreay to Swerve because of the fact that they wrestle pretty much the same type of moveset, moves. You know, it's just Swerve not to beat somebody up. Speaking of Swerve, you know, I gave AJ Francis compliments about how he's been uh, improving in the ring and on the mic and stuff. But now I'm noticing a pattern with AJ Francis. Now all of a sudden AJ Francis has a manager, a black manager. who's like he's a hype man, and that reminds me of Swerve. Now, mind you, these niggas don't like each other. Like they don't. You know, Swerve takes shot, or Swerve was taking shots at him, and now AJ Francis. Oh, now, and I think Swerve didn't think. I think Swerve didn't think that AJ was gonna reply back to him, and he did. And ever since then, there ain't been no talk. There ain't been no talk lately with that situation. You know, AJ Francis said that he in a whole different other company talking shit. Right, and I bet he won't say it to my face. You know, Francis hasn't said shit back to him since. But they talk about Booty T, and don't get me wrong, I love Swerve. I mean, Swerve hasn't said since. That friend, AJ Francis talk shit all the time. It don't matter who it is. And I love Swerve. Don't get me wrong, but I notice the attitude sometimes with him. Sometimes, you know. Um, but but you know. So tonight is SmackDown. Um, wait. Let me give a match of the week so far because I haven't been doing that lately. I've been all over the place with episodes. No, not all over the episode with topics, but the match of the week so far. And I watched main event last night too. You know, I watched a lot of stuff wrestling last night. Um, the Dragon Lee versus Rusev was good, and they surprised me who won because I thought Rusev was gonna win, but he didn't win. Uh, Dragon Lee won, and then you also had on that card. You only had two matches on that card. You had the Dragon Lee versus Rusev, and then you had Carmelo Hayes versus I almost called Carmelo Anthony. It's just funny. Um, Carmelo Hayes versus Price. Good match, real good match. I like that match a lot. I wish they would have put that on SmackDown. I do. Um, match match of the week so far is the AEW match. Leo Rush versus David Lee. David Knight. David Knight. Real good match. Real good match. I mean, even though you knew who was gonna win, uh, um, Will not, Kevin Knight's not gonna lose to anybody that not named Darby Allin or Speedball. Right? Anybody else is beaten. Just like Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher's not losing to somebody to a nobody. Um, Also on that match, on that card for AEW, I'm gonna talk, and then it won't be a 40 banger or 50 banger until I gotta say that for tomorrow. Um, Also on that card was MJF versus Mark Davis. All right, good match. So why give Mark Davis a title shot, right? The next day after the pay per view, and I knew he wasn't going to win the belt, but it was mad obvious he wasn't going to win the belt. Like right, he gets a title shot right after the cage match on Sunday. We just want to get it out the way. And NJF must be going away pretty soon, like for a movie or something, because he's had TV title matches, like like a lot. And next week he got another one against Kenny Omega. Now, for that match, it's a stipulation for that match. If Kenny loses, he can't challenge for the world title again, which has done that before with Heyman in MJF won. Alright? And some people think that which I'm leading this way too. Either it's gonna be a three-way dance at Wembley, or it's gonna be um, Kenny versus Will Ospreay at Wembley. Right? Because like it's looking that way, right? Because Kenny don't have to win the belt to win. He can win by count out and he can win by DQ, and they can keep it going then. Because at one point it was supposed to be it was supposed to be what's the word for it? At one point it was supposed to be Kenny versus Moxley at Wembley, but that's not happening anymore. Okay, so some news here. Uh, Troy Miguel's cleared for um, he, he's cleared now since he had a broken kneecap, and he's been up for a while. Let me see something real quick. Something else to talk about later on. I like talk about it tomorrow. So I don't mind Kenny versus MJF next week. Alright, in the simulation, I don't mind Kenny versus Will Ospreay. I don't, and I don't mind. I think it should be a fatal three way with Kenny, Will Ospreay, and MJF because of the fact that's your money match. And honestly, MJF is your swerve. I mean, that's swerve. MJF is your Roman Reigns. He's your big money um, main event guy until he's not, you know, and that's just the truth. That's just the truth right now. Now, eventually, MJF in Andrade are gonna wrestle. It has to happen. Now, I'm gonna say, when I was naming best in-ring wrestlers, I forgot one person. I did. I'm putting Andrade up in there. All right, he might be fourth, but he's in there. All right, like I'm putting Andrade in there with no problem. I've always been a fan of Andrade ring work. He just needs a mouthpiece. Like for him to succeed more, he needs a mouthpiece to talk for him. Like Vegas should have never left his side, and that's just being real. Vegas should have never left his side because if she would have stayed by his side, he would have been in the main event picture a whole lot more. It's we got him over in NXT. Once he got with Vega, all right, Sky was the limit then. He didn't have to talk. She could talk for him. But Andrade is definitely in that top five. He's fourth. He's not better than Swerve. Is not better than Will Ospreay. He's not better than Seth Rollins. But he's fourth. He's fourth for me. So yeah. I seen it. So let me talk about the WWE. So I don't want people to think I'm just talking about AEW on this episode. So I seen a picture and a video of Kevin Owens. Finally, it was Kevin Owens, Becky, and Sammy, and Kevin Owens finally seen Sammy. Gave him a hug and everything. Got one of his Sammy new T-shirts. They probably put the show tonight or Monday because SmackDown's not live. They take SmackDown Monday, so it's not live. I know some of the matches. I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about one of them because of the fact that the Trick Williams versus Carmella Hayes match. I'm happy they doing this now, and not at Night of Champions because Melo would have lost. So Melo would have lost then. And there's a good chance he still might lose. But there's no one like this. I was gonna say there's no one else for Trick to fight. What you said about Melo too, because Melo had the belt already. Like he has, like he's already had the belt. So and he had 8 title defenses. So like it's not like there's I mean there's more people now. And listen, let's be clear here. Melo's a better wrestler, a better in-ring wrestler than you know. You know what? I'm gonna put Melo at 5. A 5 for in-ring. Is Melo better than Dragunov? Hold that thought. I don't know. I had to think about that. But Melo's a better in-ring wrestler than Trick. It's not close. It's not. But Trick is a better performer. Trick shows more. And this is what matters. It, like it matters. Even with Sammy being the world champion in the indie wrestler, Sammy serves merch too. You know, like he does. It's not like Jay merch or The Rock or Roman's merch or CM Punk's merch or even Dan Housen's merch. Well, Dan Housen sells merch and it's marketable. And I'm not saying Carmelo he's not marketable. It's just not Trick. It's not. Alright, but he's worked his ass off to get some fan base with the crowd and everything, and they're behind him. You know, they're behind him, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So, but what's the knock against Trick? I mean, Trick or Melo having the United States belt. We've seen them wrestle a whole lot of people right now. Like Melo has wrestled a lot of people when he had that belt. Now, could you run some of these matches back? Sure you can. And speaking of Dragon off, they said recently that we be seeing him soon, and no one knows why he's been put on the back burner like this. Like there's rumors that it could be a visa issue, but he's wrestling. I mean, and which would make sense because the only time you see Dragunov now is when he's training in the judging in Canada with Night of them, right? And then he was at Trick's wedding recently. All right, well, so was in Jamaica. So all these things are out of state stuff, overseas stuff, you know. So it could be a visa issue that happened. So we haven't seen Stephanie McCurry yet. We haven't seen certain wrestlers yet, you know. Um, and this is how you know SmackDown was taped because what's his name? From AAA, the guy that got hurt from NXT, start with a V. He I forgot his name. The guy that Dom beat for the AAA belt. I forgot his name. But he was on the show last night. The show too for SmackDown, and he got hurt Tuesday, which is crazy. He just started wrestling in the States because he's the only one from AAA that's under WWE contract. You know, and even if I knew his name, I probably butcher it. Too. So there's that. But I'm looking forward to SmackDown. I am. I'm looking forward to the match. And now I will say this: this tape episode has been protected more, heavily protected more than that Raw episode that got. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't a Raw. It wasn't a Raw. This tape episode has been covered more. I mean, not covered. I said it right the first time. This episode of SmackDown has been protected more than the one from last week, last Friday it was. And maybe because it is longer. I mean, it's a shorter week for this. Because the only thing I've seen from this SmackDown is the promo from Carmelo Hayes. Um, but that's it. Yeah, I haven't seen anything else. I haven't seen anything else. Like, did I maybe I seen something. No. I don't think I don't think I seen like seen something. I don't think I seen other stuff from that match. I mean, not any matches. Uh, uh, Jay versus Cody. I think I seen that. I think I seen the winner from that. I seen the beginning of the statement from Jay, Cody, and Sammy. I seen that. Not all of it, but so there's some pieces here and there like I didn't see. But um, but again, this SmackDown was more protected than the last SmackDown. The last SmackDown, I knew matches, I knew who won, and everything. You know, like every match. You know, I didn't even want to talk about it because I knew so much. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking forward to this SmackDown though, and this SmackDown is 2 hours. It's not 3 hours because the last 3 hour episode was last week. So this is the first 2 hours. Oh yeah. This is the first. Okay. This is the first 2 hour show for SmackDown this year. And you know, and what we gotta get from that is whoever we don't see this week, they're just planning for next week because you know, regardless of who they cut or release and everything, you're not gonna see like everybody on one show now. Like you know, like you might see them backstage. Like you know what? I do know a lot of backstage stuff that happened, in this show. I do know that. I do know that. Now that I'm thinking about it more, I do know more some stuff about this episode. But I don't like besides the Cody and the Cody Jay and Sammy stuff, and because I know that starts the episode, and I know it ends the episode. That I know. I know something about Finn, but I don't want to go into it. I don't want to spoil stuff for y'all. Um, but you know, I'm looking forward to this show. I'm looking forward to this show. Um, like I said, yeah, I'm about to end the show anyway because of the fact that, like I said, I'm not gonna go do a 40 banger or 30 banger when I got a whole episode that I got to do tomorrow for Sunday. You know, but I haven't been on uh, since Tuesday. I haven't been on since Wednesday. No. Yeah, I haven't been on since Wednesday. All right, till Thursday I take off. You know, that's the show. That's the day of taking off Thursdays. All right, and Saturdays. Which I'm still doing a podcast Saturday. It just won't come on the Sunday. I know this already though. But uh, but I do now. I do know. Uh, no, no, no. I I won't say that. I won't say that because it gives away what's happening tonight. So I will talk about that tomorrow too. Talk about that tomorrow too. But I'm just only to show with that, y'all. Because anything else I want to talk about, I'm gonna spoil it for tonight's SmackDown, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, I already gave up. I already gave enough information to certain things, so I just leave it alone. I just leave it. I just let it be. I'm going to show that, y'all. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Make sure you guys watch wrestling. Make sure you guys watch E-Feds. Make sure you guys watch New Breed. And make sure you guys watch City's podcast, y'all. This is the High Gun. God bless, love y'all. I'm out.